stay here with you. You are a rainbow, so I am a lucky one. I am a lucky one. You are my favorite song. I am a lucky one. 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 I am a lucky one.
A speedy welcome to the show for everyone. This is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I am your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, and Speedy Talk is a program for the youth where we talk about things that concern and affect the youth. And today we are going to be talking about young people and shortcuts. And now, before we dive into that, I am not alone here in the studio today. I'm here with some industrial training students who have joined us, and we are going to be diving into that topic, youths and shortcuts, today together. And their names are
Ijuo Matina.
and
Girgir Felicity.
and like I said, we are going to be talking about youths and shortcuts, young people and shortcuts, because these days it seems like when you talk about young people, you cannot even leave shortcuts out. Shortcuts to make money, shortcuts even when it comes to schools, even when it comes to, personal lifestyle choices and everything like that. Then everyone wants to go through the short way, and no one actually wants to work for some of the things that they want, or even essential things. Young people no longer want to work to actually earn something. There is always a shortcut. Even some situations where you feel like, well, there cannot be any shortcut in this place. Somehow, if you're dealing with a young person, then there is always that shortcut. They always know how to find it. So our question for you today is it possible for young people to actually live without shortcuts these days, without following shortcuts? Is it possible for young people to actually live without following shortcuts these days? And you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Do you think it's possible for young people to actually live without shortcuts these days? Now, before we actually go deep into the topic, I'm going to be giving you a background. When we talk about shortcuts, think about even in schools, people no longer want to go through that. I will learn first, or I would study, read my book, and maybe pass my exam. There's always that issue of, okay, I have connections with this lecturer. I'm going to follow through that shortcut and then just pass the exam. And then even when it comes to like making money, no one actually wants to pay attention, or even maybe go through all the processes and go through life before actually getting money. I want to just it's just about entering into Yahoo. Like, that's the shortcut. Start Yahoo, or maybe start doing other things, maybe illegal things. The shortcut, to actually get the money. Now, maybe not even waiting to mature before moving out of the house. Somehow there is always a shortcut when you're talking about a young person. So do you think it's possible for young people to actually live without shortcut these days? And how is it affecting us as a society? Now, like I said, you can call in at any point in time to be part of this conversation. And the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. And we are going to be starting with ourselves here in the studio today. And let's start with you, Matina. So what do you think? Is it possible for young people to live without shortcut these days, like from the way you view things?
Okay, actually, it's possible for the youth to live without shortcut. But then the country is making it very hard because without connection, you can't. It's looking like you can't do anything. Without connection, you cannot get employed. Without connection, you can't even get into the university. So people just want to do it in a shortcut form. They don't even want to read to pass exam anymore, because they know that they have people to help them get admission into the university. So they don't read to pass their exams anymore. Yeah.
So do you think it's not possible? Are you saying it's possible or it's not possible?
Partially, it's possible, and it's actually not possible as well. So it's just
okay, it's possible, but it's not possible. You're going to have to explain more on that, but let's hear from you as well before we get to more, before we go more into the topic. So you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. This is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and I'm your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Girgir Felicity
and
Ijuo Matina.
Okay, so we just heard from Matina, and she said partially but not partially. But let's get this call before we hear from you, Felicity. Hello. Okay, we lost that already. So go on, Felicity. Do you think it's possible for young people to actually live without shortcuts these days when it comes to, following, connection is like shortcuts to getting that thing?
Yes.
Maybe not reading, not doing this one, or going into illegal stuff, just to make money. The shortcut way of making that money and all of that. Do you think it's possible?
Actually, I think I'm with Martin on this one, because our country today is very hard for you to actually gain something. For instance, if as after writing your WAEC and everything, after studying very hard to write your WAEC, to write your JAMB and everything, when you come to get into the university, without that connection, is the person that did not actually study hard or did not score up to you, those are the people that are in, while you who studied very hard and you even scored very high, you are the one that is always left behind. So I think connection is important, but should I say skill and knowledge is also very important, because while connection can get you into the university or into the door, if you do not have skill, if you don't have knowledge, you'll not be able to stay in that particular environment.
So when we talk about shortcuts, it's not just the connections, right?
Yes.
It's not just about the connections. Like I keep mentioning something also, like this issue of nobody actually wanting to do the right thing before they make money anymore. There's always that back place that people will follow just to make money, sharp money, quick money, and all of that. So like even apart from that connection, because that connection is part of those shortcuts, but the other parts also, like put everything together. Is it possible? What do you think, Felicity?
I think that's also very hard, because like I said, these people that are into Yahoo, maybe most of them are not there because they want to, but it's because of the situation in the country. There are no jobs available, which leads people to go into all these illegal things. So people are there not because they want to, but because you need to put food on your table.
But people are actually still doing things the right way, right? When you talk about because of the situation of the country and all of that, there are still people that are following like long cut. Let's use long cut for it, since we are calling this other one short cut. There are still people that do the right thing and actually get to that place where they can put food on their table, they can fend for themselves and find something legal, even start up businesses and all of that. So why is it now that a young person must go through that shortcut area, just to be able to fend for themselves? If we talk about maybe the country being hard and all of that, well, we'll come to that question. Think about it. Why must a young person, or why must people go through shortcuts before they actually get something they are looking for in life? Is that actually the only way to live? Is it even possible for young people to live without shortcuts? Now, you also can call in to be part of this conversation, and the number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Call in and share with us if you think it's possible for young people to actually live without shortcuts in this life like this. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Makodi.
And what's your name?
My name is Gideon.
Okay, so what do you think about this whole young people passing through shortcut? Is it even possible to live without it?
They are passing through shortcut because the situation in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike me, I'm doing work under somebody. But most of my friends are not saying Yahoo. Yes, they are into the Yahoo. So me, my parents, they didn't allow me. So I'm working under somebody, receiving salary every month. So that is so there's no any possible means. I can't. There's no way of like they will not pass through shortcut. They must pass the through shortcut to get the money.
That means it's not possible.
It's not possible.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. He thinks that it's not even possible. You know, you guys are saying partially and all of that, but he is saying he thinks that it's not even possible, like at all. Like it's not possible for a young person to actually live without shortcuts these days, without going through the corners to actually get what they want. But then, okay, before we even come to that money part again, think about it. You guys are students, right?
Yeah.
So think about it like in school. If you can read to pass exam, why do you have to go and maybe bribe the lecturer, one connection or the other and all of that? But let's take this call again before then we talk. Hello? Okay, we lost that already. So let's hear from you guys. Like, okay, I gave an example with something like in school. People can read to pass exam, right? But then they know that there's shortcuts to go and tell the lecturer this and that, and they just go. So if you say it's not... if someone says it's not possible, I don't know. Could you enlighten me more on that? And maybe when you said partially, did you mean like some situations and then, or how did you mean it exactly?
When I said partial, it meant in some situations. I'm not with those people who actually go behind to buy this thing, because I think they're just being lazy. I mean, you could just read and pass your exams. Why do you have to go and pay a lecturer or anything?
Use connections.
Yes,
and all
use
of that.
connections, because you can actually study. So for that one, I think it's just laziness, and it's not part of it at all. So for that one, I think that yes, youth can live without shortcuts. On that
Okay,
one.
so we'll still come to the one that you feel like they cannot live without shortcuts. So Martina, I feel like you're itching to say something. Let's hear you.
Okay, I said that because it's easier to get what you want with connection. So it's the shortcut that we use these days, because we feel very lazy to read our books. So we go through the back door, go and settle the lecturer, and then everything comes very easy for you.
Let's take this call, and I'm holding you. I'm going to hold you for that. Hello.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm Lazarus Yobanda.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm from Fairview Village.
Okay.
Makudi here.
Welcome to the show. So what do you think? Is it possible for people to actually live without shortcuts these days?
It's very, very, very possible. The only thing that people do these days, that they can't go without shortcuts. They can't wait for anything. Their own is to get something immediately when they want. So if they can get that mind, calm down and do something, like the other man was saying.
Yeah.
His parents sent him, he's working now, and he's collecting monthly salary.
Okay.
Most of our people now, they not like that.
The ice cream man is really a distraction. Is there a way you can move away from him? Because we are thinking about ice cream more than we are listening to you.
Okay, sorry. He's passing by the side.
Okay.
I'm inside my room and he's passing on the way.
Oh, okay. So go on.
What is there is for us to calm down. First, one thing of the other. Know what we are going to do. Without shortcut, we can get anything that we need. Some of us are farmers. And in the farming, you can plant something this year, harvest it next year. At times, you will plant it in 6 months' time before you harvest it. But most of our people do not like that way. Their own is to get it today or tomorrow. That's the reason why they are.
Oh, okay. Maybe reposition and then you can call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. That is 0808 427 5464. Do you think it's possible for young people to actually live without shortcuts today? How do you view it? Do you think it's possible or not? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Please move away from your radio set.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Felix Kungwa.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Where is near Boa village? It's not possible. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's possible. It's not possible.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Because there's a thing which says a job is done in the whole causes more delay at the end.
Okay.
If you bypass and go to another something, you will be caught, especially in terms of money and job. Then the AFCC will catch you. Then all this will be destroyed.
Okay, that means you're saying it's possible to live without it.
Defend your certificate because the job you are taking is not your own. You are not well trained. So sometimes it's not so correct because you have to follow the due process before you do anything. It's better.
Okay, from what you're saying, that means it's possible to live without going through all those shortcuts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for calling in to share that. Okay, so let's talk about it a little more before we still give our callers, chance to talk, because it seems like everyone is actually itching to say something about the shortcuts issue. So Martina, earlier you were saying that we have to do it, or we have to go and bribe the lecturers. I don't know, that were you saying it on behalf of other people, or like are you trying to maybe tell us that is what you have to, like, you as a person, you think you have to do that?
No, I didn't say I was doing it, but I said other young people, because I'm not in support of the shortcut, but I'm saying that the way it is, the reason why people just want to go through the shortcut is because it's more easier for them. So they don't have to sit down to read their books again, because they know that I'll just go and see the lecturer, so everything will be fine. So that's the reason why they don't sit down to read again, because they feel very lazy too. So they just go and see the lecturer. So I'm saying that that's because sorry, I'm saying that we feel very lazy to read. So, but I'm not saying that I'm doing it. Yes. Okay. I'm not saying I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay. If you have just joined us, this is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and we are talking about young people and shortcuts today. The shortcuts, going through connections to achieve something, to achieve a job, to even get good grades in school, going through shortcuts to make money when there are legal ways of making money, even when it comes to lifestyle and all of that. Everybody wants a shortcut to either get something good or to become rich and all of that, forgetting that people who have actually made it, they made it from solid foundations, and they started from somewhere and all of that. Everyone just wants to go through that shortcut. So what do you think? Is it really possible for young people to live without shortcuts in today's world? Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, we are speaking with Tavish Majulade, calling from Railway Quarters.
Okay, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I think it's actually possible.
Okay.
Yeah, what is lacking is corruption has eaten deeply into our society. That is actually our problem, If not, how would a lecturer accept, money from a student to pass his or her exams? It's something that should be discouraged. Because if the child, you pass the child exams, and at the end of the day, the child do well anyway. Then it's even you, your child, even you as a student, you punish yourself You know, because for instance, you are going somewhere, you know, to look for a job. They are to interview you, or to know whether you actually know what you did.
Okay.
By the time they came to realize that your first class is useless, they prepared somebody who graduated with a third class. So I would advise that it's possible, you know. For instance, you are going to learn a handwork or from somebody's shop, and you didn't take out your time to study, you know, I mean, to learn very well before, you know, you go somewhere and start your own, have your own place. And then you just go there and learn for some few months, and you say you know it very well, and then you get not to, you know, continue with it, so that you can go somewhere and start up your own start up your own, have your own shop,
your own business somewhere.
Yes. So by the time you have your own place, you won't be able to do well because you didn't learn it well.
Okay.
So it's actually impossible. Whatever you want to do, you know, give yourself the best.
Well, thank you so much for calling in to share that with us. Now, he is on the side of it's possible. It just for someone to have patience, you know, to actually do something, to be able to bend down and pay attention, and when they learn it, you know, maybe he gave an example with learning a skill and all of that. It just depends on someone being able to bend down and then learn, and then they can also succeed on their own side. So let's talk about this again, because, you know, you people said it's partially, and then it's and then there are some people, one person even said it's not possible, like entirely it's not possible. So hello.
Good day.
Yes, good day. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Mark, calling from Akaji.
All right, welcome to the show, man. So what do you think?
Yeah, it's very possible without shortcut. It's possible to survive as a young man, as a young person. Again, like me, I'm a Yahoo farmer.
Oh, you're a Yahoo farmer?
Yes, I'm
please
a Yahoo farmer.
Explain that for us, though.
Yeah, Yahoo farmer. I'm a farmer. So if I have my money and the EFCC is trying to trace me, I will then take them to my farm and show them what I do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what I ever expected you people to say is those girls that do go out for a short time.
We are coming to all of that. We are talking about all of it. It's not even left out.
Okay, thank you. So all you guys emphasized was Yahoo. No, now it's not all about cyber crime that you guys should just focus on.
That's the most popular one. If you talk about
time, popular one, you should just get your mind off Yahoo and the rest.
We cannot get our mind off Yahoo. Actually, if you say that, we cannot even get our mind. There's no way anybody's getting their mind. Although even earlier we mentioned it, right? We talked about girls who maybe or people or commercial, you know, sex workers who just want to get that quick money. So when we talk about something, some things maybe illegal or bad, everything that it's morally not right and all of that, it's all included. So if we have mentioned one and then someone is saying we should get our mind, nobody should get their minds off Yahoo. We are not sleeping until everything that is crime or not right, illegal, you know, is away. So speaking about that, since he is such in a hurry to actually hear about it, that is also one of it, right? If you agree with me, instead of maybe starting a trade, starting a business, and there are people who would prefer to go and stand on the road and wait for chief and, you know, all of that to come and just someone that is going to change the whole story. Quick money, this whole idea of quick money and all of that. There are a lot of things when you talk about shortcuts. There are actually a lot of things that one will look about, and with that, why the question still remains, like, is it actually possible for young people to live without shortcuts? We have heard some people said it's possible, other people said it's not possible, and you guys are saying it's partially possible. That is half is possible, half is not possible. Now, another question is that how is this affecting, society? How is this a whole shortcut thing? Maybe youth trying to use shortcuts to get to everything, to get everything in life. Like, how is it affecting us as a society in general? Let's start with you, Matina.
Okay, in the aspect of gaining admission, okay, this person got admission and then you didn't have the right grade. They just gave you through connection. You gain admission into the school. Okay, and you're studying and maybe you're not being focused. You're not learning anything. And then you finish, still the connection, you're being opportune to work in a hospital. Now, is this person that doesn't know anything, what do you expect the person to do? It's just to go there and be killing people.
Exactly.
Okay.
So it's not good at all. Yes.
Especially when it comes to that one, I think it directly even banters that aspect of just getting false grades, with nothing in the head. You're just getting, all that grades, like when it has to do with those grades. And I think one can even apply it even to the money too, because if you're getting money that is not legal, like that last caller mentioned, if they trace you and they get it, like obviously that money is not legal. Everything can be gone in just one day. So how about you, Felicity? How do you think this affects society, in general? This whole young people obsessed with shortcuts and,
I think it's making our society more corrupt and just more corrupt, because just like Martina said, people are dying because there are some people in the hospital working there that do not have any knowledge of what they are doing. There are some people that I even heard someone talking about somebody that did not study to become a doctor but is actually a doctor. So how did they get there? It's through this shortcut. And then about that whole Yahoo stuff, I think it's actually possible in that aspect to be able to live on your own and earn money, because there are other things that you can do. You can become a web developer, you can become a UI UX designer, a product designer. There are so many other things to do instead of going for Yahoo, or even as women, instead of becoming a sex worker.
Okay, so let's take this call and then we'll come back again to our conversation. Hello. Okay, we lost that already. Maybe we position and then you can call us back again. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Okay, this is Bamzol. I'm calling from George's Quarters.
All right, welcome to the show. So,
Thank
what do you think?
Very much. Thank you. This topic is a very sensitive one. Yeah, it's very sensitive, and will I say fortunately or unfortunately, how will I even say it is what is actually happening right now. Right now. The problem with Nigerian youth is my youth also, okay?
Okay.
I'm a youth. Yeah. The problem with we Nigerian youth, let me put it this way. The problem with we Nigerian youth is a case of instant gratification. You understand? We want to make it now. Yes, we want to make it now. And this is not just, let me not be stereotypical, it's not just on one gender. It puts both genders, both the males and the females. You understand? Because these two people are the one brainstorming together and doing some certain stuff. If we come into Yahoo, talking about Yahoo boys, there are also girls in the Yahoo. We'll go to the other side.
True. That's why I was arguing with that guy, because when they say Yahoo, it's not just boys. Even girls do Yahoo.
Yes.
True. Go on.
Girls are doing it. If you come to the other one, runs or the rest of it, we also have male strippers out there. But just like here in Benue State, we don't see them often, so we think that doesn't really exist. But it does exist. And then coming into the educational sector, most of the people are there by privilege, and most of the people are there by privilege, while a host of other people are there because they actually want to make a living with what they are studying, while others are studying that because they want to be called a graduate and they have their own other side hustle, and so they're just trying to buy in a certificate to cover their selfish ambitions or what they're doing back there in the secret. So to such people, and for us seeing them buying results and communicating with lecturers, visiting, it's not going to be exceptional. It's inevitable. Definitely see that.
Okay.
Definitely see that. Yes, but the holistic truth above all is that living in the 21st century right now, and we considering the world to be a digital world right now, as we so call it. Understand? Everybody is packaging and trying his or her possible best to make it instantly, so that I will not be looked down upon. So other people are just joining the queue.
Okay.
The grabber. Everybody, it's not that everybody is into it whole-mindedly, but they are just pursuing the word so that they can also catch up. So
are you saying it's not possible? It's not entirely possible to live without this short? Partially as well. This word partially, you will have to. Okay.
Let me now break it down.
Go on.
I say partially, if I say partially, is this: it's possible for you to excel without a shortcut, and it's another thing. It's partially impossible for you to excel just on your own right now.
Partially again.
You
Okay.
understand? That is partially you will go in the right side, and then you also need.
Okay.
Okay,
we can hear you.
Corrupt way, for you to excel. Because if you want to move the right way, you see yourself fall into. You need the corrupt way a little to add up to that distance before you move. That is why I say partially.
Okay.
Because if you just want to move straightly or your own, like you want to just do it with the mind as in naturally like that, then those corrupt people will pull you down. So
all
you
right.
need to
So what's your name again?
Both of them.
Okay. We heard from him, and he's also of the idea that it's possible, but somehow it's not possible. That whole partially that we have been talking about, and you guys mentioned earlier to the partially, and he's explaining that it's more like it's a world that everyone is, you can see people excelling, people using that whole shortcut and then excelling with it, and you're just left behind like, why don't I also just queue in and do what people are doing, so that I can, is it me that is born to suffer? And and I like something that he said. I like how he clarified when somebody's mentioning certain ways that people are doing shortcut, like if you talk about the whole Yahoo stuff, then it's not a direct should I say attack on a certain gender. It's not like it's only boys, that there are girls who do Yahoo. And then if you talk about commercial sex workers, it's not just the girls. Also there are still boys who also go into that. So there is nothing specific on one gender. It's something that is affecting people as a whole. It's not like a gender based, it's this gender that is doing true shortcuts, and it's this one. So we're talking about how it's affecting society, right? And I remember you guys mentioned about people with false certificates, maybe a doctor that is not actually a doctor but a doctor on paper, and then performing a wrong work and all of that. Now I would also like us to talk about personal consequences, because if we talk about we mentioned one about getting caught up with EFCC catching you for illegal money, and and then even when it comes to like the commercial sex working, then what about all the consequences involved? Like if you end up with one or two illnesses, or even illnesses that you cannot even count one day, that is on you. And then you see some people with unwanted pregnancies and all of that, just because they were trying to go through the shortcut. So the consequence is also one of the ways, one of the things that those personal consequences, one of the things that somehow is still affecting society in general. If you have just joined us, this is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM, and this afternoon on the show we are talking about young people and shortcuts. And I'm your host today on the show. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Ijuo Matina
and Girgir Felicity.
And call in and share with us if you think it's actually possible for young people to live without going through shortcuts these days. Number for you to call is 0808 427 5464. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Samuel calling from you.
Okay, welcome to the show. So what do you think?
Me, I think it's possible.
Mm-hmm. Go on. Oh, okay. I guess he just wanted to confirm that it's possible. So someone spoke about patience, right? He mentioned it's just that people don't have patience, and then all of that. And also, Martina, earlier you said, okay, it's because of how things are in the country, in the society, and all of that, and people are just trying to survive. But would you say there are no people that are doing these things, that are actually surviving, passing their exams without maybe going to bribe or these connections and all? Would you say that there are no people that are actually doing it like that?
Actually, they are.
Okay.
There's something my dad always told me. He said that anytime I want to do in anything I'm doing, that I should make sure that I'm best in it, and they will find me wherever I am. So anything you're doing, just put in your effort, put in your all, and then you see that people will look for you. And then it's not like people that are doing well on their own, they are not excelling. Of course they are, because they are putting in their best, so definitely they are excelling. But then the reason why they are the youths are not doing it the way those other people are doing it is because they want to do it in the faster way.
That means it's possible, but it's not easy.
Yes, it's not easy, because this is Nigeria. So the corruption has made everything so bad that you cannot read on your own and think that maybe I might pass. Though you might pass, but then those lecturers, those are giving them money, they are going to favor them, right? So but
some lecturers, let's not go and say all the lecturers.
Some actually, some.
Okay.
Yeah, some.
Okay, so how about you, Felicity? Because I remember you also said it's partially possible. So what would you say, because people are actually doing these things on their own, people are actually following the long cut, like the right way also. So when you say it's not possible and then people are doing it, then there's now a question mark. So how are they doing it that it's not possible for other people?
So I think there are people out there who are actually using the long cut, like we're calling it, and they are actually excelling at it. Like Martina said, it's not easy. Mostly not because it's just hard when you decide to put your mind, when you decide to study, when you decide to just focus on the things that matter. It's actually hard because you're obviously going to get distractions and all these things. So it's possible if you decide to put your mind to it, if you decide to study hard, then there's actually no need for you to go and pay anybody because you actually put your mind to it. But most people just don't like doing it. And like people are saying, impatience. Most people just want to do it quickly. And then also this thing of feeling among, okay, this person is doing this, she's rich, she's wearing this, he's doing this. I also want to be like this. I also don't want anybody to look down on me. Yes, and you want it today. So impatience is what is making most people to go into certain things, not even because of condition. They are going into it because I want to feel among, I want to be this certain way. I'm seeing people on social media, I'm seeing this person being like this, and this is also what I want to be. So they are not patient enough to put in the right effort and to achieve that in the future. They want it now.
Okay. If you have just joined us, this is Speedy Talk on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. And this afternoon on the show, we are talking about young people and shortcuts. And we have been asking if it's possible for young people to actually live without shortcuts these days, in a world where it seems like everyone just needs to go behind and just everyone wants to use the shorter routes to actually achieve what they want. They need connections to function or to achieve things in life, or they want quick money, they want quick certificates. And that reminds me that someone mentioned, okay, there are some people in school who just want those certificates because they just want to have it, and then they have their other businesses, that they want to focus on. But then if you want to have that certificate, and if you feel like, okay, that certificate is actually important, why not do it right? Why do you have to pay? It's just like making jest of the people who are there to actually study, who are putting in their effort to actually come out with something better, and then you're just paying to get it. And then people are it's more like they will even make mockery of the people who are actually working hard for it. And then even when it comes to that money part, someone that is stealing somebody's money, or someone that is stealing money on the internet will be laughing at someone that is maybe shoemaking to actually make ends meet. And so well, I think from all we have heard, okay, from let's start with you, Martina. From all we have heard, we've gathered from the callers and even our conversation we have been having. So what would you say on a final note? How do we actually make it out of it? Would you say now that it is actually possible? And if it's possible, what do you say, on a final note, what do you say people have to do to avoid that whole, should we call it shortcut syndrome, that everybody wants to get something like that?
Okay. So everything works differently for different people. Like what works for someone else won't work for you. So just do what works for you. Study hard, go to school, read your books, and then just make sure that everything you're doing, put in your all, do your best. I think that's all I have to say.
And do something legal. I will add to that.
Yes.
It's not just do your best. So before you say, they say you should do your best in Yahoo, like do your best with something that is morally right and something good. Okay, so how about you, Felicity?
I'll just tell people that we all should be patient. We should learn to be patient. Be patient in school. Be patient in life, with life, because everything is like a step. We are going one step at a time. You cannot just rush into becoming a rich person. Like, you have to be patient with life and with yourself.
That's like how you coach yourself too, right?
Yes.
Okay. So at this point, well, we have come to the end of the show. We have been talking about young people and shortcuts, how young people just want to, in fact, people in general just want to acquire things and not actually work for it, but just go through the shortcut, like we have been calling it, just to acquire those things, and then the effects that it has on society. And we spoke about corruption. We spoke about how there are false degree holders or maybe certificate holders, people who cannot actually do their jobs, people ending up in jail because of illegal monies, and people ending up with consequences that will affect their lives because they decided to go through that shortcut. So it's actually an eye-opener and something for you to actually reflect on, because if you're taking a part that you feel like, okay, you might get caught up with consequences because you're not using the right part, you're just using the one that is shorter, then it's for you to actually think about. And I've been with you on Speedy Talk today. My name is Marysyntia Hangeior, together with
Ijuo Matina
and
Girgir Felicity.
And also, do not go anywhere, because coming up next at 3:55 p.m, if today is your birthday, then Speedy Kids are going to be wishing you a happy birthday. And also up next at 4 p.m, the Speed Lane comes up right here on Asking Radio 98.5 Speed FM. Keep your dial locked in and keep enjoying music of your life.
Hello, my Cudi. Asking Radio is here. Tell everyone you know.